Guys, what do girls do that they think is being cute, but in reality is the furthest thing from it? Indirectly asking for things. For example, saying I'm so thirsty instead of can you get me a glass of water? This is something my 6-year-old brother does. I wish I could have a popsicle too. I wish we could go swimming. I wish I didn't have to go to sleep yet. Whoa. That's too bad. Time to hit the sack, champ. Borrowing my clothes and then losing my clothes. Lost an amazing sweatshirt I got overseas that I can't ever get again to a drunk girl who was cold. No, buying me a $10 one from H&M isn't the same thing. I knew a girl who thought it was cute to steal sweatshirts, then took it to the extreme. She would purposely not wear anything warm on a cold day just so she could steal a sweatshirt. She'd get angry if a guy asked her for their sweatshirt back. One guy she was dating had to go buy more clothes because it was cold and she had taken every last sweatshirt. Was she poor? Small town rich actually. Not a ton of money, but more than just about anyone else in town. Daddy bought her anything she wanted, which gave her the impression that she should get everything she wanted, including things other people owned. I don't know what the term is, but it's somewhere between acting stupid and unsure of yourself. There was a girl at my work last year who was being asked to help us with a project. Not even hard work, just 20 minutes of recording some placeholder narration. At one point, she was laying on the floor of my co-worker's office. I don't know. I mean I hate the sound of my voice. I don't know what to do. Oh my god, what if you give me alcohol? She wasn't dumb. In fact, her job required more technical aptitude than I have. The worst part was that most dudes there were in love with her, which I think reinforced this kind of behavior. I think you're looking for insecurity. Taking hats. It's mad obnoxious and most of the time done in a very rough manner. Like you just robbed my hat bitch and the whole reason I'm wearing one is cause my hair looks like shit today. You wouldn't like it if I ripped out your scrunchie or some shit. Almost positive scrunches fuse with their hair after they put them in. Ugh, I wish. Barely useful little taunters. They say they'll hold your hair up, but they just slowly stretch out and let your hair fall. All the hair they didn't break and make too short to fur anyway. Grrrrrrrr. Treating a gay guy like he's your object. I've broken friendships with women over this because they treated me like I was their accessory. Edit. Wow. I've never had this number of upvotes/comments before. Thank you all. It's thrilling to see such positive discussion and support. This is why I love Reddit. We recently had a new employee start at work. Young guy, really good looking, a tiny bit effeminate. One of my female coworkers went on and on about how she just knew this guy was gay. She used to live in a big city and had so many gay besties, and she was so very sad that she didn't have any gay besties here. She just knew that this new guy would love her because she's so open-minded and he's totes gonna be her new gay bestie. Yeah, I seriously wanted to throttle her. Then another girl we work with decided he was going to be her new gay bestie and things just evolved from there. Funny thing is the guy couldn't stand either of them. I hate when people say, OMG I love gay people, like that proves how tolerant and open-minded they are. Gay people are just people. There are awesome gay people and there are horrible gay people. Claiming you like all of them is proving you're not as open-minded as you believe. I had a girlfriend once who thought that purposefully missing her flights was cute and funny. She would ask me to take her to the airport, but whenever I got to her apartment she was either sleeping or not even packed, yet because she claimed she forgot about the flight. After the third time she did this, she said it was because she thought it made her look adorable being so forgetful. WTF. That's definitely a new one LMAO. She was all like I thought you'd find it cute. I'm like making me think you're an idiot is supposed to be cute. Crazy is not cute. Stop trying to be Harley Quinn. Too many people really don't understand the character. They pay more attention to her looks than to her background. Harley is a domestic abuse victim with a severe case of Stockholm Syndrome. Joker physically abuses Harley on a frequent basis, especially when his plans fall through. He takes his anger out on her through physical abuse. And the Joker is a murderous sadistic woman-beating psychopath who gets joy by doing harm to others. Nothing about that relationship is romantic, sweet, or charming. He also emotionally abused her too. One time Joker asked her to dress up like him, but since his face was all peeled off, because he had his face surgically removed, and then sort of strapped it back on with belts, he told her that she needed to do the same. She of course reluctantly agrees and asks, if I did this, will you still think I'm beautiful? Oh Holly, when have I ever said I thought you were beautiful? The Joker is supposed to represent the worst parts of humanity. The Suicide Squad movie version is inadequate, hiding the fact that they have real hobbies and passions. I don't know what it is, but back when I was dating, it always stunned me how so many girls would try to come across very vanilla on the first few dates. What do you like to do? Oh, you know, hang out with friends, Netflix, normal stuff. Turns out she was a violinist in our city's symphony orchestra and had an extensive collection of bonsai trees, which is probably specific enough to out this account if she finds this comment. But hey, I only found out she played violin when she couldn't come to a performance of my own for a much less impressive hobby that I talked about on our first date. And she warned me about the bonsai trees before the first time I went to her apartment, like I was going to think they were weird. She was by no means the exception. Every girl I dated that came across very vanilla early on had something incredibly unique and positive about them, the exact kinds of things they should be talking about on a first date. Somehow it seems society conditions many women to believe anything unique about them is weird, and their goal should be to appear as vanilla as possible for as long as possible, so that the guys in love with them before they discover how weird they are. Having hobbies and being passionate about something isn't weird, though. Don't get me wrong, I also dated my fair share of women who wore their strangeness on their sleeve and thought that made them cute, when in reality it was usually attaching too much of their identity to a quirk or hobby, and that isn't cute either. And maybe the fact that there exists the risk of going to the opposite extreme is why women so often hide their passions and hobbies, lest they be perceived that way. But there's nothing cuter than a girl who's passionate about something. Not sure if they think it's cute, but my biggest turn off is when women fish for compliments, specifically about their looks, like when they have on a tight black dress, hair was done up with 7 pounds of product, and makeup done just so, but she says a guy look like garbage, then pauses and waits for a response. I feel like women are conditioned to compliment each other in those situations. Sometimes I'm literally just a fan saying blah, I look crappy today, and my friends all start saying oh no, you look great. And it freaks me out cause I'm like, I wasn't fishing, and now I won't believe you in the future if I'm looking for reassurance, because I objectively look bad right now. Literally this. We had a task in our Spanish class in which we should figure out a job for each other and find the Spanish word for it. Then after I told her she could be a TV moderator, she fished for me to tell her why that would suit her, and it was so obvious she just wanted me to say she looked good. Cringe. Can I just assert that girls/women shouldn't take these as the holy bible for being cute/attractive to men. Do what you want, do what makes you happy. You don't need to live by these rules so that more men would want to date you or consider you cute. Thank you. To be honest, most of these comments are basically about girls/women who act like something they're not. If you naturally have a high-pitched voice, childlike, etc., then so be it. The one for you will accept you for who you are. Missing flights should not be encouraged however. Yeah, really? What the ***ck was that about? That really threw me for a loop. Even though I agree with the majority of these comments, I kind of feel like this is what the majority of blokes go for. All the girls I know that do these things have boys falling over them, whereas the down to earth normal girls are lucky to have a single boy chasing her. She seems to just be friend zoned. Girls with lots of boys chasing them are almost always simply very physically attractive. They can do a bunch of annoying shit and still attract guys despite their behavior, not because of it. If they were less physically attractive, they would have to be nicer, better people to get dates.